Well, if you've got leftover seeds from carving your pumpkin, you want to use them in a healthy recipe. Here's Bonnie Papajohn with a great idea from her kitchen.
So today we're making one of my favorite recipes, and everyone that I make this for loves it. It is the energy seed brittle. So the energy seed brittle is really healthy for you. It's basically made up of seeds. You could do nuts in this if you want, but I like the seeds for the omega-3s, for the healthy fats, and just overall, it's actually sweet, so it's a really good crunchy sweet thing. So it's really simple. I'm gonna take some, these are pepitas, so pumpkin seeds. So I'm gonna put pumpkin seeds in my bowl. Then I'm gonna add some sunflower seeds. And then sesame seeds is just kind of like my secret ingredient. People are like, what is that other flavor? So this is black and white sesame seeds, which are really good for you. And then I'm gonna add my other little favorite secret ingredient, with this chia seeds. And chia seeds, as everyone knows, are very high in fiber, protein, and omega-3s, which is just fantastic for brain health, heart health, bone health. I'm just gonna mix that up a little bit. And then I'm going to put in my antioxidant secrets. That's why this is such a great recipe. All the different spices in here. We have cinnamon, allspice, and what's the other one I have? Sorry, ginger. So, and then just a little bit of salt to round it out. So I'm just gonna dump all that in the bowl. Give that a mix. Y'all will not believe how easy this recipe is. It is just so easy, and it makes great gifts too. All right, now for sweetening, I'm gonna add some maple syrup. And this is dark maple syrup. You can use light if you prefer. I like the dark. I think it adds more color to this recipe, which is something that I'm always looking for. And then you're gonna add some vanilla. Okay. So now I'm just gonna mix it up. And what you're looking for when you're mixing is you wanna see it kind of come together and get sticky. So if you imagine a peanut brittle that you probably had before, which is full of like really lots of sugar and stuff, this is a much healthier version of it, but it has that same type of output. All right. So, all mixed up. So all I'm gonna do now is take it and pour it onto my pan. Make sure you have parchment paper. This can burn very easily in your oven, so be really, 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 really careful that you watch it. And I'm going to pat it very thin, so it has a brittle consistency, and it's going to cook fast. You can use a bigger pan. I like this pan because it kind of like is perfect in here. I'm going to press everything down really, really hard. And that's so you get that sticky, brittle consistency that is really satisfying. It satisfies that sweet and savory crunch that you might have. All right, so that's all I'm gonna do there. We're gonna stick this in the oven. It's gonna cook for about 30 minutes. Pro tip, make sure that you check the oven after about 15-20 minutes. These will burn very quickly, and if it burns, you gotta throw it out. So make sure that you check that oven. Set a timer, okay? Let's put that in. And I'm putting it on the oven on 300, and I'm gonna set a timer. I'm gonna set my timer for 15 minutes because I wanna make sure I don't burn it, okay? And that's your energy seed brittle. We'll see what it looks like when it comes out. Okay, so my brittle came out of the oven, and it's cooked evenly, which is exactly what I'm looking for. I don't want it to be burnt in places. It's a little soft in the middle, which is fine, but it's super crunchy on the outside. So I've let it cool for about 20 minutes. So what I'm gonna do now is just start to break it apart and just see what happens. So this is the fun part of it. It's just to see, oh yeah, there you go. There's a nice little break. So I'm gonna just plate it on a bowl, on a platter. You can put it on anything you want. I would say that when you get this completely cooled, store it in an airtight container for up to 5 days, but it won't last 5 days. It'll last it might last 2 days. These make really great gifts for people. It's inexpensive to make. Most of the ingredients I had on hand. I had to buy the pumpkin seeds because I just was out. But you can see how easy it just breaks apart, and you just stack it. And one other thing I like to do with this too, one last thing, and there you go, it's beautiful, is sometimes with all the leftovers that I have, and I put a piece of parchment paper underneath it just to kind of catch these, is I'll crumble these up and then put these on yogurt, or maybe even throw some almond milk on it and have it like a cereal. So just something extra you can do with it. So I hope you guys try this one, because this is a very special recipe. And crunchy and satisfying and delicious.